The heavy-duty segment has always been an exciting market for those who want to splash some cash on a big truck for their business. These trucks are also becoming a true status symbol for those who have a lot of money and don't care how much they'll spend on a new truck. One thing is for certain, these trucks don't lack power and equipment, and the Ram 2500 is probably the go-to truck when it comes to personal luxury. So that's why we're going to cover more about the 2024 model. Stay with us while we learn how the all-new 2024 Ram 2500 wows everybody. Configurations available. Let's start with the configurations that are available. Configurability is key if you want to option out the perfect truck for you. And luckily, the Ram 2500 comes in a variety of different configurations that'll help you to spec your perfect Ram. The base cab option with the Ram 2500 is the regular cab. For those who don't know, a regular cab is a cab with two doors. This is an old school design that is primarily designed for work, so if you need a work truck with a large bed, the regular cab is the way to go. The regular cab also includes the longest bed, which is about 8 feet in length. This layout is perfect if you need a long bed to carry items. The next cab option is the crew cab. The crew cab is a popular option for people who carry their families in their pickup truck. This cab is a full-size 4-door cab that is able to seat up to 5 people. The cab is available with the 8-foot bed, or if you want to go smaller, you can choose the 6-foot and 4-inch bed. And the last option is the mega cab. Mega cabs are only offered by Ram, and this cab is an enlarged crew cab. It's longer than the standard crew cab, but can also fit 5 people inside. This cab is only available with a 6-foot 4-inch bed. And as you probably assume, there are 2 bed options. The 8-foot bed is the longest bed that you can get, and a 6-foot 4-inch bed, which is the smaller option. The longer bed is available with a regular and crew cab, while the smaller bed is available with a crew cab and mega cab. Overall, the customization options of the Ram 2500 are pretty much endless. You can create a truck for everyone's taste. Powertrain options. Powertrain options are also a very important area. Customers want to get the most out of their trucks, and the powertrain should be one of the highlights. Luckily for the Ram 2500, we can only say good words about its power plants. These engines are probably some of the best in the game, if not the best. The base engine is the 6.4-liter Hemi. This behemoth is a pushrod V8 gas-powered engine. Although a gas engine, it's able to tow a lot, about 17,730 pounds to be more precise. And this is done with the help of the bodies and torque this engine makes. The 6.4 Hemi produces 410 horsepower and 439 pound-feet of torque. The engine uses very advanced technologies like cylinder deactivation and variable camshaft timing. Overall, the 6.4 is a really good engine that has proven itself with its incredible reliability throughout the years. The second optional engine is the 6.7-liter Cummins, and when you hear the Cummins name, you know that this is a diesel engine. Cummins is probably one of the best engine makers when it comes to diesel power, so Ram decided to add this engine to the lineup in order to deliver the maximum towing performance for the customer. This engine delivers an incredible 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque. These are massive numbers for an inline-6 engine like the 6.7-liter engine. The transmissions used in these models are 2. The 6.4 Hemi is using an 8-speed automatic, while the 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel is using a 6-speed automatic transmission. Both of these are really reliable and able to handle the task, so you shouldn't worry about them being unable to withstand loads. Towing and payload capacity. Towing and payload are 2 of the most important factors when buying a pickup truck, especially for those who need their truck for work. You just need a vehicle that performs both in terms of towing and payload in order to get the most out of this truck. So how does the Ram 2500 perform? Well, we could say that this model performs slightly worse than the Ram 3500, but these numbers are still very good. Since this model has 2 engines, both of them perform differently. For example, the 6.4 Hemi is good for payload, while the 6.7 Cummins is better for towing. The numbers are the following. The 6.4 Hemi V8 can tow up to 7,730 pounds and can take a payload of 4,000 pounds, which is quite a lot. But the 6.7 Cummins is even better. This engine can tow up to 19,980 pounds and take a payload of 4,000 pounds. As you can see, there's only a small difference in performance between the two, which is about 2,200 pounds of towing capacity more for the 6.7 Cummins. But with the Cummins, you also benefit from low-end torque. With this engine, you get a ton of torque available low on the RPM band, while with the 6.4 Hemi, you don't have this torque available low on the RPM band, and because of this, the gasoline engine might seem slower to respond than the Cummins diesel. But the Cummins is more expensive than the 6.4 Hemi. It's up to you to determine what suits you the most for your application. Fuel economy. Fuel economy is another really important area that we cannot leave behind, especially nowadays when prices of fuel are going through the roof. Buyers simply want to get a vehicle that delivers good MPG, but is this doable with these heavy-duty machines? Well, sort of. The gas-powered version of the Ram 2500 with the 6.4 Hemi delivers poor numbers. With this truck, you'll be able to get about 12 mpg in the city, 18 mpg on the highway, and 15 mpg combined. With a more powerful 6.7-liter Cummins, you'll be able to get 19 mpg in the city, 24 mpg on the highway, and 21 mpg combined. Overall, the diesel engine is the better option for those who want to have good mpg ratings. Gasoline engines are rather wasteful and can be serious consumers, especially in heavy-duty applications like the Ram 2500. Trim levels. Trim levels are also a very important factor nowadays. The more options a truck has, the better, but also it'll cost a lot more compared to a truck with no options. Ram knows this and is trying to make a lot of profits from these options, so there are a lot of different trim levels that you're able to choose. The base trim level with the Ram 2500 is the Tradesman. This trim level comes in a plain white color and almost no options whatsoever. The least equipped trucks don't even have power windows. You need to pay extra for these features in 2023, but this is the standard work truck. Then you have the Bighorn, which is the truck that the Tradesman should be. This model has a lot more options and features. This trim is about $4,000 more expensive than the Tradesman. Then you have the Laramie. This trim is probably the sweet spot in the lineup. You'll not overpay, and you will still get decent options. Above the Laramie, you have the Rebel, which is a trim for those who want some excitement and adrenaline in their lives. In other words, people who drive off-road. The Rebel has that unique grille at the front, which looks like a stormtrooper helmet from the movie Star Wars. Next, you have the Power Wagon. This trim is very similar to the Rebel. It has the same type of grille as well as the same starting price. Above the Power Wagon, you have the Limited Longhorn, which is another very good but also expensive trim. And on top of all of that, you have the Limited trim. The Limited is the most exclusive trim level available with a Ram 2500 that has all the bells and whistles. Exterior, interior design, and features. The exterior and interior styling will not change for the 2024 model year. This model is nearing its life cycle and soon there will be a big refresh. It's not yet clear if this refresh will come out in 2024 or possibly 2025, but the model is mature enough to be replaced in our opinion, considering the fact that other car makers are already introducing newer generations of trucks. So Ram probably wouldn't want to be left behind. Pricing. And lastly, let's learn more about the pricing of the Ram 2500 2024 model. The base model, which is the Tradesman, starts at $46,740. This is the regular cab with an 8-foot box bed. A similar Bighorn configuration starts at $51,270. If you want to go for the Laramie, which is the more luxurious trim, you'll have to pay $68,255. This trim only comes with a crew cab. The most expensive trim, the Limited, starts at $88,650. Overall, the price really depends on the trim, cab type, as well as the bed size. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.